Yo, what's going on? Hannah Eden here. I am at Honor Academy today in Austin, Texas, and we're back for Flow Fridays. So today I just got through a workout. I think it looks like I'm lactating, but I'm not. I'm just sweating a lot, so apologies on that. But we're back for Flow Fridays, and today we're gonna go for a basic and beginner flow. This way, if you're new at kettlebell work, then you can get a little bit more familiar with the bell. We'll be using 2 hands on 1 single kettlebell. So why don't we go ahead and get into it? I'm gonna show you the actual flow all the way through, then I'm gonna demonstrate how to do it piece by piece, and then we're gonna put it into a little workout together at the end. So stay tuned. All right, so here we go. Okay, stay around and I'll teach you how to do that piece by piece. All right, so let's get into it. So these are basic moves, but if you want to make this flow harder, all you'd have to do is increase your load, and trust me, it's going to feel a lot more difficult. So what I'm going to show you right now is we're going to do 1 repetition of each. At the end of this, we're going to put it together and we're going to start with 1 repetition, then we'll go to 2 repetitions, then back down to 1. As a little pyramid, but don't worry about that yet. Let's learn the flow to begin. So I've got myself a lighter bell to make sure I understand the movement pattern before I go ahead and increase the load. So I'm going to start with this belt underneath my feet. I'm going to straddle it, stand outside of it, feet are about shoulder width apart. Now we're going to start building levels here. So we call this a sumo grip squat. So the kettlebell is going to be beneath us, in between our legs, but I'm going to squat down with a nice straight spine, not to be mistaken with vertical. This is what we call the horn. I'm holding onto either corner of the horn. My ass is down low and my chest is up high. So I want to see the logo on your shirt at all times. Eyes gaze forward, I'm going to drive up and stand up all the way. That's it. Then we're going to go into a power clean. So I'm going to use my legs, and if you have the mobility, I want you to come down as far as you can into the depth of your squat. Then we're going to use the power from your hips and your legs to pull the kettlebell up and clean it into front rack position. So if you see that again, I use my legs, I pull my elbows high to either side of the room, then I switch my grip. I am not letting go, holding it nice and close to the body. Then we're going to go back down into the base of the squat again. But this time, the same thing remains, but after we clean it, we're going to go into a squat. We call this a kettlebell squat clean. Once we are done with one of those, we're going to extend our arms with control and straighten our arms with the belt in between our legs. Up next, we have a kettlebell high pull and a press, which is a little bit of what we just did for that clean. So as in this upright position, I'm going to pull my elbows like an upright row. Not to the ceiling, but like we're trying to hit each crease of where the ceiling meets the wall. Once I've got up all the way, and then I'm going to switch my grip again by sliding my hands onto the side of the bell. Once I'm here, my elbows are nice and tight to my sides, ribs are tucked in. Once I've cleaned it and gone for that high pull, I'm going to press it over the top of my head. Ears between my biceps, ribs are tucked in, then I'm going to pull it back to front rack. So why don't we go ahead and start from the beginning and do that all together. Here we go. Shake it off, take a deep breath. Hold on to the corners of the horn. 1 stand-up squat. Squat back down again. We're going for 1 power clean. Good. Now we're going back down again. We're going to clean it into a squat. Good. Extend the arms so the bell is in front of you. High pull into a press. Press it over the top. Pull it to front rack. Awesome. Don't forget, you can pause, rewind, learn that part of the flow off by heart so you can do it with your eyes closed before we move on. Once you've gotten it, we're going to keep it here in our front rack. Keeping it nice and close to the body, core is tight, we're not leaning on the bell, chest is nice and proud, shoulders are pulled back. We're going to go for 2 reverse lunges. Stepping back with the right foot first, kissing the knee on the floor, then stepping back with the left foot, kissing the knee on the floor. Once we have done 2 of those, we're going to go ahead and control the bell, putting it onto the floor. Put your weight onto that bell, so make sure it is flat before we pounce backwards. And when we do, I'm in the setup for my kettlebell swing. So if I'm going to be here, I want to tilt the bell towards me. I want my feet to be about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider. I'm going to soften my knees, and I'm going to go from this squatting position, pounce back into a hinge position. Just to show you from the side, if I'm here in my squat position, I'm going to pounce back into my hinge position. So you're going to see that my hamstrings are engaged. So once we've done that, we're going to go for 1 kettlebell swing. So again, let's go ahead and go from the reverse lunges. So holding it on your front rack, reverse lunge on the right, reverse lunge on the left. Squat down into the base. Transition by pushing your weight onto that bell, make sure it's nice and steady, pouncing back behind you, tilting the bell, locking your lats in. So imagine trying to snap the handle. From here, I'm going to hike that bell to the highest point between my legs, which will look like this. Then I'm going to receive it and thrust it forward into one swing. So let's do that again. We go in, down. And when we come up, we have this pocket, this window. It is acceptable for your bell to land anywhere within this window. And remember that we are thrusting our hips and moving that bell with the power of our posterior chain. A common mistake is that people pull with their arms. Your arms are simply cables stopping it from going through and landing, I don't know, through the screen or in your living room, okay? So when we're here, we're hinged, we're snapping that handle, we're in, we're up, we're in, we're down. Don't go yet, make sure you roll it so it's flat on the floor rather than tilted. Position your weight onto that bell again, land with your feet outside of the bell, and that is 1 repetition of each. So let's do that together right now, and then we're going to increase to 2 sumo squats, 2 power cleans, 2 squat cleans, and 2 reps of everything that we just did. Are you ready? Let's go together. Here we go. Feet outside the bell, squat down, pick up the bell, tap it on the floor if you can, go into that power clean. Good. Now we've got a squat clean. Boom, boom. Now we're going to stand up, but extend the arms. 1 high pull and press. Press it over the top of the head, pull it back to front rack. 2 reverse lunges. 1 on the right, 1 on the left. Bring the feet back to square. Bring the bell to the floor, pounce back, set up. We got in, up, in, down. Make sure it's flat on the floor, pounce forward, and stand up. Great job. So now we're going to do it again. And the way I want you to put this into a workout is I'm going to show you from the side before we begin. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through once for 1 rep from a side angle so you can see what's happening with my spine and my hips. Then we're going to go 1 of each rep, 2 of each rep, 1 of each rep. So it's really 3 rounds, 1, 2, 1, and that's done. We're going to call that 1 set. I want you to try 4 sets with a 30 to 60 second rest in between. But before we get there, let me show you from the side. I won't talk, I'll just show you all the way through. Boom. Now let's go ahead and try this together. So take a deep breath. If you can't follow along with me going the 1, 2, 1, take a second in between each set and recover as much as you need until you get to the point that you can go 1, 2, 1 unbroken. Cool? All right, here we go. I'm going to get a heavier weight here. Probably going to be a little bit more gassed out, but it's all right. We're working. So here we go. Kettlebell is in between the legs. We got 1 sumo squat, 1 power clean, 1 squat clean. Good. Release the bell. 1 high pull into an overhead press. 2 reverse lunges. 1 on the right, 1 on the left. Squat down. Pounce back. Tilt the bell. 1 swing. Come forward again. And now we're going for 2. 2 sumo squats. Good. 2 power cleans. 2 squat cleans. Good. 1 more. Nice job. 2 high pull and press. Elbows out, press it up, and again. Elbows out, press it up. 2 reverse lunges on the right leg. 1, 2. Good. 2 on the left. Great job. Squat down, pounce it back. 2 kettlebell swings, rush style. 1, 2, pounce it forward. Guess what we got? 1 more rep of each. Here we go. 1 sumo grip squat, 1 power clean, 1 squat clean. Good. 1 high pull and press. 1 reverse lunge on each leg. Right, left, squat down, pounce back, 1 swing. Put it back, pounce forward, and rest. Woo! That was a lot, huh? So like I said, A nice way to either warm up or finish your workout. Full body, mind to muscle, get into that flow state. And once you remember the flow enough, you can stop thinking so much and just start moving. So I'm prescribing 4 sets. 1, 2, 1 is 1 set with a 30 to 60 second rest in between. I hope you liked today. For all my beginners, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. For all my advanced athletes, why don't you try and climb that ladder a little higher, or even intermediate. Rather than 1, 2, 1, go 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, or maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's gonna get spicy. 30 to 60 seconds of rest in between, and choose your load wisely. Keep your reps clean and sexy. Don't let them get sloppy. If you like what you saw here, do not forget to smash that subscribe button, like this video, and comment below with what you thought about this. I'd love to hear about what you want to see next time. I'm Hannah Eden. I'll see you soon. Have a good weekend. Phew.